Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel. Before you dive in, hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps me going strong. My name is Emily Chen. 32 years old. I work as a nurse in a busy San Francisco hospital. Days often blend into nights. I am constantly rushing between patient rooms, administering medications, offering small smiles to the weary. My life feels like a steady hum now. Comfortable but sometimes echoing with emptiness. I have been married 10 years to Alex. He works as a software developer downtown. We met during my night shift. He was visiting a friend in the ER that night. I was charting at the desk focused on my work. He walked up and handed me a coffee. He said, "Nurses like you keep the world turning." That small simple spark ignited everything between us. Our early days were magic, pure and simple. San Francisco fog rolling in thick as we walked the Golden Gate Bridge. Sharing clam chowder by the bay. Whispering dreams under starry city lights. But slowly work crept into every corner of our lives. His late coding sessions became normal. My rotating shifts never stopped. Our apartment grew quiet day by day. Dinner became takeout boxes on the couch. Conversations were reduced to "How was your day?" We never had children. We thought we would fill the extra time with adventures. But routines won in the end. His gaze shifted from adoring to absent lately. My small touches felt obligatory, not loving. The void widened between us. Like a crack in the Bay Bridge. Threatening to swallow our whole marriage. Last week everything changed. I came home from a difficult double shift. The living room was dim dark. Alex was slumped on the couch, staring at nothing on the wall. I kicked off my shoes near the door. The sudden clatter broke the deep silence. He looked up at me. His eyes were shadowed, heavy with pain. He whispered, "Is this all there is to our life?" My heart clenched painfully. I sat beside him immediately. I put my hand on his knee. "Alex, please talk to me. We've been drifting apart for too long." He took a deep breath. He mentioned his best buddy Mark's idea. It was a couple trust swap event, he said. Held at a discreet retreat outside the city. Near beautiful Napa Valley wine country. He quickly explained it was not wild stuff. Just swapping professional roles for one day. Living each other's routines to gain perspective. Mark swore this strange idea had revived his own marriage. I hesitated for a moment. Swapping roles with his best friend felt strange. But seeing Alex's hopeful, genuine eyes, I nodded slowly. "Okay, let's try this," I said. "We owe it to us to fight for this marriage." That night, we lay awake for hours. City lights flickered through the bedroom blinds. His arm was around me tightly. His fingers were tracing my shoulder gently. "I love you," he murmured. This could really fix us. Tears pricked my eyes instantly. I turned into him and hugged him close. "I love you too, Alex. Let's fight for it together." The day of the swap arrived. Mark picked us up in his big SUV. Windows were down, open. The cool Bay Area breeze whipped through the car. We laughed together about old college pranks. The tension between Alex and I eased slightly. Mark's wife Sarah unfortunately couldn't make it. It was a last-minute work emergency. So a stand-in named Julia joined our group. She was a friend of the host lady. The retreat location was serene and beautiful. Vineyards stretched golden and quiet. A cozy lodge welcomed us with wooden beams. Fresh coffee was brewing everywhere. The host, a kind older woman, greeted us warmly. She explained the rules clearly. We would swap partners for the day. We had to mirror their daily life and professional routine. Then reconvene at dinner to share our insights. She emphasized it was all voluntary. Absolutely no pressure to do anything intimate. Drawing lots from a basket. I was paired with Mark, the best friend. Alex was paired with Julia, the stand-in. A small twinge of discomfort hit my chest. But I smiled and kept it light. "See you at dinner," I told Alex. Mark grinned widely. Let's make it fun." "Coffee run first," he suggested. We headed to a local cafe in Napa Valley. Lattes were steaming hot. Pastries were flaky and delicious. "He shopped like me," he said, picking out herbal teas. He asked me many specific questions about hospital chaos. Said Alex talks about my strength non-stop to him. I sipped my hot latte slowly, wondering why Alex never says those things to me himself. Lunch followed at a vineyard picnic spot. We ate cheese and grapes. The warm sun was warming our faces beautifully. Mark asked me about Alex's big software project. His questions were casual, but also slightly probing, I felt. "Deadline stress?" he asked. I brushed off his question. My heart felt uneasy. Afternoon, we went for a hike in the rolling hills. The trails were dusty. Wildflowers were nodding gently in the breeze. He paused at a beautiful viewpoint. The city haze hung low below us. "Alex is lucky to have you," he said softly. "But guys like us, the men, we bottle up our feelings." I nodded slowly. But many questions swirled inside my head. Back at the lodge later. The dinner circle began under beautiful string lights. Julia shared what she learned. "Learning patience from Alex's detailed day," she said. Alex beamed brightly. "I saw how tough M's shifts really are," he said. My chest warmed slightly hearing him say that. Yet that nagging doubt about Mark lingered. Midnight. My phone buzzed sharply in the quiet guest room. It was an anonymous text message. It contained screenshots of Alex and Mark's private chats. The project secrets were all spilled in the messages. Mark was clearly fishing for company intel from Alex. My stomach dropped suddenly and hard. The whole trust swap event. It was a setup for betrayal, I realized. I lay sleepless all night. My mind was racing like an ER triage in an emergency. By morning the hills were bathed in soft dawn light. We drove home in complete silence. At a long red light, I confronted Alex softly but firmly. "The project, Alex. Mark's been digging for company secrets." He instantly paled white as a sheet. He's my best friend," he protested. "Once home." I started digging quietly. With a nurse's professional precision. I checked old emails carefully. I checked his laptop history. Proof piled up quickly. Mark had used our trust swap to subtly steal company secrets. Trying to climb the corporate ladder quickly. I did not explode or yell. I called Mark to meet me at a quiet diner. The Mission District hummed loudly outside. The evidence folder slid across the booth table. He froze immediately. His coffee remained untouched. It's not what you think," he mumbled. I stood up straight and firm. "Save it," I told him. "Is your friendship really for sale?" He crumbled right there. Admitted the constant pressure. The horrible corporate rat race he was stuck in. He looked ashamed and miserable. "Sarah doesn't know anything," he whispered. I stood taller. "Think of her," I said coldly. "You've poisoned more than one trust with this." I rushed home quickly. Alex was waiting for me with a warm cup of tea. What's wrong with you?" he asked. I showed him everything, the emails, the chats. He buried his face in his hands immediately. "I'm an idiot," he cried softly. We held each other tightly. Tears were soaking both our shirts. We held on to the truth. "Together we fix this," I promised him. We reported Mark to the police immediately. The SFPD took our statements carefully. The evidence was airtight and undeniable. Mark was arrested days later. His firm fired him instantly. Sarah left him shortly after. She later thanked me tearfully for the truth. The trial dragged on for months. The courthouse echoed with slow footsteps. Verdict was delivered guilty for Mark. Outside the courthouse that day, sun shone warm on our faces. Alex squeezed my hand tight. "You saved me," he whispered again. "Now our marriage is reborn, stronger than ever. We have weekly bay walks now. Hand in hand, talking about our future dreams. A baby is now on the horizon for us. Our home buzzes with new life and laughter. Humanity's shadows can teach us hard lessons. But resilience always lights the way forward." This experience was painful but inspirational. We rose stronger together. Friends, reflect on your own lives. Guard your trusts carefully. Share your stories below in the comments. Like and subscribe for more great tales. See you next time. I hope this story helps your English listening practice.